coming off homecoming, first of all, I'd like to give a special shout out to all the alums and fans that showed up. It was a tremendous crowd. Special thanks to the band and the cheerleaders for all their support, and all the former players that were in the building. It was great to see them. I hate that we didn't get to celebrate a homecoming victory with everybody, but I can promise, going forward, we're going to do everything in our power to end that homecoming drought that we have. I think, again, our guys played hard and they gave us a chance to win, but we just didn't find a way to finish. Defensively, I felt like we played a solid game. We didn't really give up but one explosive, which was crucial. It led to points. But other than that, I think the defense was solid. And, offensively, we couldn't find a way to run the football, and we had two crucial turnovers that led to points. And that ultimately was the difference in the game. In the kicking game, like Brian said, I think Andrew had a phenomenal day with 3 field goals, a school record, 55-yard field goal, and congrats to him again on breaking the career record for most field goals. But that game is behind us, and now it's time to flip the page to Campbell. They are a well-coached football team. I think Coach Harris and his staff have done a really good job. Those guys are well coached on both sides of the ball. They played a tough schedule so far. Some really tough opponents like East Carolina, NC State, and Rhode Island, who's number 9 in the country right now. So we're going to have our hands full. But, coming off a bye week, we've had a chance to heal up a little bit, do some self-scouting and figure out what we can do good or what we are doing good and what we can do better. And, now it's just time to go back to work tomorrow and get ready to go out and compete on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some things that we gotta improve on, things that we can do better, things where we can be more efficient. That's the purpose of self-scouting, and we're going to go into this game improving on the things that we do well. One thing we got to do better is run the football, and we got to continue to eliminate explosives defensively. But we're excited. The guys had a good week of practice last week, practice yesterday. It was a good practice, and hopefully we can put together a good practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We spent the first 2 days really working on ourselves on North Carolina A&T, working on our fundamentals and trying to improve fundamentally. And then the next 2 days we started working on Campbell. So we try to use the whole week to heal, get some guys some rest that were nicked up, and try to get them back and ready to go. But the first part of the week was just about us and trying to get better. Well, I do feel like we're getting better from a cultural standpoint. The guys are buying in. They're coming out to practice excited. Even when they're not excited, they fake it. So that's good to see. The main thing that we got to harp on is to finish. Part of our culture is how you do anything is how you do everything. So we're trying to encourage these guys to finish everything that we do. That's every rep in practice. That's every tackle. That's everything that you do off the field. Finish your lunch, finish your dinner, finish your homework, finish everything so we can learn how to finish. We talked about starting fast, and we've had some games where we started pretty fast. We talk about winning the middle 8 every game. We've done pretty good in the middle 8, but what we haven't done all year is finish games. So that's definitely something we got to learn how to do. We got to put it all together. We fix one thing and then something else will break. So we got to find a way to put it all together for 60 minutes. I would say it was helpful, but I don't think our guys are mentally exhausted. I think they're excited. At least that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing guys that want to come out and work and get better each and every day. I know I'm not mentally exhausted, and I don't really see that from him. We're mentally excited, because we get another opportunity to go out and play a good Campbell team on Saturday at 1 o'clock. So, that's what we're focused on. Well, honestly, anytime you turn the ball over like that, it's frustrating. And, it can let the air out of you. But I think that our defense came up still with some good stops, late in the game, and the offense was able to go down and score and make it competitive, and give us a chance for a one-score game. We just weren't able to finish. But, I think our guys do a good job of continuing to fight, not getting down. We don't let them get down. They don't let themselves get down. The leaders on our team are constantly encouraging guys to keep it up, pick it up. So, we're getting better. We just gotta keep working, keep grinding. Well, Raven, from coming out to practice, we do ball security every single day. So we're going to continue to do that every week. We focus on ball security. Now it's just got to be an extra emphasis because these guys really do a great job of getting takeaways and forcing turnovers. So all of our ball carriers got to be extra aware of putting that ball away and securing it, making sure we have proper ball security, and not putting ourselves in harm's way. Well, ultimately, it's the quarterback's responsibility. He's got to have strong hands, and if he decides to pull the ball, he's got to have a firm grip on it and get it out of there clean. The running back he's going to take the football, and so once you put it in his belly, if you're going to pull it out, you got to have strong hands and get it out of there cleanly. And we just didn't execute on that. That's something else that we do every day, but we got to make sure that we're putting the emphasis on it and taking it serious. Well, I think this team has a quiet strength and determination. When you haven't had the success that you want, you hear a lot of negative stuff, and a lot of times that stuff brings you closer together for competitors such as myself and a lot of guys on the team. So we're just trying to block out all the noise, focus on the positive, and understand that we still got a lot of football in front of us, and we still have a chance to have a good season. So that's been our focus. We're just worried about trying to get better each and every day, and we understand that it's part of the process. And if you're going to believe in the process and be process-oriented as a program, then you got to trust in it and understand everything happens for a reason. And the only thing we can control is our effort today. We can't control the past; it's the past. So the only thing we can do is try to get better going forward.